Ochun, so there's interconnectivity. So Asojano, that goes into his messengers. Asojano's messengers are the ones that are attracted to rot, the ones that are attracted to dead flesh, aka mosquitoes and flies. So mosquitoes and flies. In this case, we're going to talk about more about mosquitoes, but flies, they are attracted to the rot, and you don't want flies all over yourself. But both flies and mosquitoes. A mosquito will take the blood out of something that is sick, drop onto somebody, and then feed on someone that is healthy. And now what that mosquito picked up, be it like dengue, be it I'm not sure of other transmutable viruses and diseases and whatnot that a person can get, but the mosquito is the messenger of Asojano as well as the flies. They bring transmutable diseases and viruses from the sick to the healthy, and Asojano punishes that person. Flies, same thing. They're not injecting you with anything, but they are associated with rot. And you don't want a swarm of flies that were just around a carcass coming onto you, because all that dirt, that like the viruses and all that stuff goes onto you. That's how Asojano punishes, and it gets into your blood and you're screwed. So in those respects, he's working hand in hand with Ochun, because he's going into Ochun's territory, blood, and infecting that which was clean as a form of punishment. Mosquitoes, flies, death, rot. Asojano covered in pustules, rot, gross, unsightly. Now I was going to talk about like maggots and worms, but maggots and worms are more associated with yewa, because that's they eat the body. That is the actual decomposition of the body. So last two things I want to talk about is, okay, so we're talking about receiving Asojano, and he's for health to avoid Aro, to avoid Ano and have better health. Keep in mind, receiving Asojano or any Orisha when it comes to health or whatever, or I'm going to receive Aje Shaluga and my money problems are going to be out the window. That's not how it works. So if you have cancer before, you may be cured 100% and everything be in remission, or your cancer journey is going to be more bearable. Your AIDS journey, your HIV journey, your butterfly skin disease journey, whatever, will be more bearable because you have Asojano in your life. So I don't want people to think that just, I'm going to receive this, I'm going to receive Kobo and Ayeshaluga for money, and I'm just going to win the lottery. I'm going to receive Asojano and my cancer and AIDS are just going to magically disappear. Maybe an Orisha will make things more bearable for you and give you strength. So last thing I want to say is, interestingly, that when a person does receive Asojano and now has that Orisha officially consecrated within their household, consecrated and brought to their household, I got my notes here. He is the one that when you receive him, you must be mindful as to what you say if you suddenly smell the scent of rotting and decaying flesh. Not just flesh, but just a smell of decay. I wrote this down, like if you ever like smelled a mouse that's been dead and you haven't found it, and you find it like a week later and you find it rotting and there's like flies and stuff, like, yo, what is that smell? It smells like something died in here. That particular smell, that you're not supposed to say, oh my God, what is that awful smell, when you have Asojano in the house. Why? Because it means, I mean, something very well may be dead. Maybe you got a dead mouse in the house or whatever. But if you don't, it means that Asojano is close. It means that Asojano is living in the house. You received him. And it may mean that Asojano wants attention, is giving you some kind of, not a warning, but wants you to acknowledge him to some capacity. It could be positive, negative, not unlike an espiritista saying they were walking their house one day and they smelled coffee or they smelled cigar smoke. So you will go tend your bovada and your spirits with coffee, cigar. Or maybe you're Hindu and you got a muerta or whatever, and you smell incense like that. So you smell something dead. I don't mean like garbage. I mean like rotting flesh. We've all smelled it. We've all passed by a dead cat or a dead dog or a dead rat or whatever. And that smell, that undeniable smell that we've all smelled before, you smell that, you're not supposed to say, oh God, what's that awful smell? It smells horrible in here. Ugh. You're not supposed to say that. Why? Because it's an insult to Asojano. Why? Because Asojano, he is the one covered in pustules and sores and blood, and it's gross. You're not supposed to say things like, oh, it smells gross or it smells bad or something. He sounds hideous and all that. That's an insult. And he's crippled. You're not supposed to insult him by calling out what we as the world would consider unsightly or smelly or bothersome or odorsome, like that his smell is offensive to you. You're not supposed to point that out. You just have to, you smell that? Oh, Asojano. Even though in your head, like, damn, God, it smells like a dead rat in the house. You know, if you smell that, you get a waft. Like, if you got a persisting problem of something smelling dead in your house, you got to go check your basement or something. And I don't know, you got Ted Bundy or somebody living underneath your house. But if you get it, your house is normal smelling, and all of a sudden you just get you're like, Jesus, it smells like something died. You don't say, Jesus, it smells like something died. You say, Asojano. I'm going to go maybe salute him with the maraca or whatever, clean myself with his ha. The ha is the broom thing. I'm not going to get into that, but that's his tool, one of his tools. Clean myself, acknowledge Asojano. I guess he wants to be acknowledged, and leave him be again. Yeah, that is it. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. There's a lot more that I could say about Asojano, but this video is already too damn long as it is. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the music video. I do have a music video for Asojano. Just type in El Conquistador or Babaluaye, and I do have an Asojano book that is $45 instead of $60 on sale now, from 1 week from yesterday. So 6 more days of it being from 60 to 45. So I hope you made it through the whole video. Thank you. Let me know who else you want to hear about. If there's any more details, if you want me to do another video on Asojano, whatever. So yeah, peace out.